Breaking news, former football great O.J. Simpson has died at the age of 76 after a battle with cancer.
Simpson is also known for being acquitted in the brutal 1994 killings of his ex-wife and her friend. We have team coverage at noon on O.J. Simpson's death.
Local 10's Alexis Frazier is in the newsroom with a look back at his life on the football field as well as in the courtroom.
O.J. was one of the most infamous high-profile Americans of all time. That former NFL great was accused and acquitted of the murder of his ex-wife and her friend in 1994. And his family said that he lost his battle with prostate cancer, surrounded by his children and grandkids.
We'll do on a 3rd down and 21.
In the late 60s and 70s, he was considered one of the greatest athletes in the country. O.J. Simpson, the Juice, an All-American at USC. And the Heisman Trophy winner in 1968, the first player ever drafted by the NFL in his senior year. Simpson went to the Buffalo Bills, turning a bad team into a good one and himself into a legend, the first player ever to gain 2,000 yards in a single NFL season, a Hall of Famer.
I'll never let you guys down, man. I'll live up to the honor of being in this hall and being on your team.
With athletic ability and star quality, he became one of the first black athletes to win off the field in a lucrative endorsement game. He starred in commercials, on TV, and in movies.
Yeah, from Dakota.
Creating a celebrity lifestyle. But that changed in June 1994, when Simpson's ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, was found brutally murdered. She'd been stabbed repeatedly, and her throat was slit. Her friend, Ronald Goldman, was also repeatedly stabbed to death. Simpson quickly became a suspect, and after the now infamous white Bronco slow-speed chase, which was carried live on TV stations around the country, he was arrested.
Not guilty.
Charged with both murders, Simpson's 9-month murder trial was broadcast to millions.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder.
2 years later, sued in civil court by the parents of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. Simpson was found liable for the deaths, his assets were seized, and he was ordered to pay $33.5 million in restitution to both victims' families. He never paid a dollar and virtually bankrupt. Simpson's life became a decade-long encounter with the paparazzi. In 2007, Simpson was arrested after he and friends entered a Las Vegas hotel room to retrieve sports memorabilia Simpson claimed had been stolen from him. The judge disagreed.
Guilty.
Simpson was sentenced to 33 years in prison, but was released on parole after 9 years. Out of the spotlight, the All-American hero and American pariah died as a disgraced but free man.
Well, word about O.J.'s cancer diagnosis first made the rounds in February. He denied that he was in hospice.
Hey, ex-world, hospice? Hospice? You talking about hospice? No, I'm not in any hospice. I don't know who put that out there. Hey, ex-world, it's me, yours truly. Boy, what a beautiful day it is here in Las Vegas. Even though the game is indoors, it wouldn't have mattered, but still, it's nice to have a beautiful day like this. Hey, let me take a moment to say thank you to all the people who've reached out to me. My health is good. I mean, obviously I'm dealing with some issues, but hey, I think I'm just about over it.
Well, in the past, O.J. did say he'd caught some form of cancer, but suggested he'd beaten it. His family said again that he lost his battle with prostate cancer, surrounded by his children and grandkids. Christy?
Okay, thank you. And after Simpson was acquitted, he did live here in South Florida for nearly a decade.
And Local 10 News reporter Rosh Lowe is live in Kendall, where he used to live. Rosh.
We spent many a day outside of this home, and the reason that I bring that up is because whatever you think about O.J. Simpson, he was a fixture here in South Florida, whether it was his children going to Gulliver, or whether it was O.J. on the golf course, or whether it was O.J. getting breakfast. He lived here for a number of years, and he meant a lot to South Florida in terms of that here you had this guy who was acquitted in the trial of the century. Now he's in South Florida. And just a few moments ago, before I get to all the video and all that, I spoke with a woman named Christy Prody. Christy Prody was O.J.'s girlfriend for 13 years, and she spent a lot of time here in Miami. We exclusively spoke to her. We're going to get to that in a second. But let's get to this video, and I'll tell you about all the stories with O.J. Remember in 2001, there was that case where he was accused of road rage in a traffic altercation with another motorist, and that's when a jury actually acquitted O.J. in that case. And of course, OJ was seen around town, as I mentioned, golfing. OJ liked the attention, quite frankly. In fact, numerous times outside of his house here doing live shots, he would invite us back into his house and want to talk. But there was a woman named Christy Prody, who I mentioned. 13 years she was with OJ. She actually moved out of the state, and I covered her a lot as a young reporter. She actually met OJ when she was 20 years old in 1998, and we just spoke with Christy. Let's take a listen to what she just told me. You were with him for 13 years?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
I hear you're crying.
Yeah, he was a big part of my life. OJ was, and I'll miss him. I wish I could have said goodbye.
What's interesting about this is that he was a big part of South Florida. I covered him a lot, and I covered you a lot.
Yeah, right, I know you did, yeah.
Do you remember me as a young reporter?
I do. I remember you, Ross. Yeah. Can't never forget your name.
Yeah.
Can't remember your face, yeah.
Did he ever talk to you about Ron and Nicole, or was that something he never brought up?
Oh, he did. I mean, not so much Ron, because I don't think he knew Ron, but yeah, he talked about it once in a while. I mean, I don't recall.
We have a long interview with Christy Prody, and it is really interesting. After all, she was with OJ for a long time, 13 years, and they obviously had their ups and downs. As I mentioned there in the story, they were in the news quite a bit. So she reflects on OJ's life. But at the end of the day, as I mentioned here at the very beginning, OJ was a fixture here in South Florida, more with Christy Prody throughout the day. For now, I'm live in Kendall, Rosh Lowe, Local 10 News.
And Rush, before we let you go, I know that you personally knew O.J. Simpson. How so?
Oh, I covered O.J. Simpson a lot. I covered his civil trial in Las Vegas. I covered all the numerous incidents with O.J., the road rage incident, a lot of different situations with Christy Prody, who I just interviewed there. At the time, everyone wanted to talk to Christy Prody because, you know, she was with OJ, and she had a striking, if you remember, she had a striking resemblance to Nicole Brown Simpson. So that was the thing that everybody spoke about. And one of the things about OJ Simpson is, number one, he did enjoy the limelight. He did enjoy getting in front of a camera. And number two, as Christy said, he always maintained his innocence. But when he was out and about here, even after live shots, I remember numerous incidents, he would come out of this home. By the way, he doesn't live here anymore, and he would actually invite us in. He invited me in one time and just sat and talked with us. It was almost like he wanted to have the conversation because he was so isolated. Inside that home, it was pretty dark. He was so isolated, it was almost as if he wanted to have that interaction and connection.
All right, very interesting. Good insight there. Thank you so much, Rosh. And of course, do stay with us all day long for continuing coverage on the death of O.J. Simpson. We're going to have some updates throughout the day, both on air and online at local10.com.